Welcome back to the Artisan of Glimmith. I've found this and this. So I'm going to take one of these 6s to start with. Precision 5 and Palisade. Precision 5. I know that if these were to be the same region, they would take 6 minimum. Therefore, they are separate regions. That gets all of those, and that gets all of those. Now, precision 5 means this one takes that, and that is 5. This region must be separate. This, if this were to take that, then this would add another 2 beyond that one. So it doesn't take that. This one now takes all of those. That can't be part of that. So this comes out more. This one can take that, or that, or that. But only one more. This one is already done. It's got its borders. We can fill those in. Now, let's see. This area is, let's see, there's 10 here, 13 minus that one would be 12. No, I can't do much with that. There's too many ways to take up the extras. Okay. If one of these two, that or that, had its border here, it would take that, and that would cause it to take either this one or that one. The border would be here for the other one. And that could do whatever it was doing. There'd be a border here for this one. That would be 2 borders there. Okay, I don't think that these can connect. If those two connect, and we say there's a border there and a border there, that goes through. It also needs to do that, and that, and that, and that's 7. Whichever way it goes, one of these has 3 that come with it. And 2 of them would have at least 5 in addition to themselves, because they could share one. So they cannot connect to each other. Okay. That means that this, that, and that must all be different regions. Also, this one and that one, if they were part of the same region, that would be a minimum of 6. Because it would be 4, 5, and 6, or 6. So they have to be 2 separate regions. That cannot connect to that. This one? This one is going to have 3 more with it, which is 4. So it can't connect to that. So this one is, as it is 3. It could take that, which would be 4. It would have to take that, because it can't take that. So that's minimum of 4, possibly 5. If this were to take that, there'd be 2 borders on that one, which is wrong. So it doesn't take it, it goes to there. And that is 5. Now this has its border, so it does all of that. These borders work like that. This one cannot be part of that. It comes out here. It can't be part of that or that. So it keeps going, and that's 5. Now this one comes out here, and it's done. That could take that one or that one. I don't know yet. This one could take any of these 3. That one seems likely, but it could be the F or the Y. F. Y. Or P. Now, okay, I did make some progress. What is the next thing to see? That is an end of something. So, that is Did I say that this can't take those? No, it could. It could. One of these can take that. And it would probably make an F. Ha. One of them could take that. The other one would not be able to. So that one would stick out in all three directions other than this. Whereas the one that does take it sticks out in two of the three directions. But I don't know which two. Okay, I don't know. This could take that or that. Three of these have to stick out in three directions. What would that look like? That would force that, and then this one would be the one that got that. This would take the middle. Oh. Okay. And it could also go this way, which would then, this one would take the middle. If this tried to do that instead, then we would have that and the other one would be broken. So we follow from this one this way, go around this way, and we get that. Could it not take that middle space? That would be allowed. And then this would do that. That would do that. This would do that. And since they are fives, this one would have to take that. This would have to take that. No, this one would have to take both of those. That is something to look at. Okay. If this took that, it would do that. If it took that, then this would do that, and this one would be broken. So it wouldn't do that, it would do that. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that are sticking out, plus 1, 2, 3, 4 that are in, and that center one. So each must stick out to two of them and along the edge, and then one of them sticks in. So if that does that, this one would go that way, that would go this way, that would do that. This one would have to take that, this one would have to take that, this one would have to take that. This would have to take that one. This would be another shape, that would be another shape. Those could actually both go together. This would be another shape. And this would take that. That kind of looks like it's working. I didn't follow it all the way through. Does it break quickly if this one takes that? That way, and that way. This one takes that one, this one takes that one. That still ends up with this one taking that. This is broken. Yeah. Because this one needs to take that, and something needs to take that one. Okay. It must be then that this takes that. It takes that and that. Then there's a border there. And we can cut that off like that. This one has its border, so it does all that. This one is going to have its border there. So it does that. It has to take that one, so it's done. Now this has to take that one, and it's done. This one has to go there, there, there. It's got to take that, so it's done. Now that one has to take that, so it's done. This one is there. That's done. This one has to take that, and it's done. This one comes out here. Ha! This one comes out here. This one comes out here. This takes two more. It could be this one and one of those two, or it could be these two. This is an end of something. Whoops. Let's undo that and that, neither of which I meant to do. That would do that. Now this one would be that. That one would be closed off there. That would be that, and that would not work. Like that. Is there any way that this can connect to that and not be broken? One, two, three, four. We can't take that one. This one can't go that way. So it would be that. And that, and we would have that shape, which would then have that. We would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be a P, and that would be a P. All of that works. Okay. That one. That one. That one. and that one. That did take me 20 minutes. Well, so yeah, was that the first one I did this episode? I think so. Let's do this one down here. Ooh, shows the area of a region. Okay. 36. So that must connect to that. They are the same region. It's got to come through here, there, there. It could take that. This has to be something else, as does this. This actually could reach all the way around and grab that. I don't know. That is something else. This has to continue, though. So it does all that. Oops, don't know about that one. Can't take that. It could take something there. It's going to take that, so it can't take that. It must do that. Now this is 17. What else can I take? 18. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. And that leaves a bunch of singles laying around that get finished. The area. Restore the area number window. I didn't even know it was a different window. 14 of 14. 14 of 21. Okay. I hadn't seen that window yet. This is another area. There's one hiding in this tree. I'm not going to do that one right now. Let's take on one of these. This is a 25 cell region. Clearly the two 10s have to be together. That must connect to that, and it's got to take this cell because there is a border of numbers, and this is actually sticking into that. So we don't have 10 there, we have 9, which means it sticks out like that. And that's 10. So this takes everything it can. 10. The 6, 10. 8 is 18. And 6 is 24 of the 25. So all the 6s are together. That's 4, 5. And all the 8s are together. That is 6. That's 8. That's 6. And there. This one comes out. Area number, deltas, and Geminis. This is 3, so it's that. Now this has to be the same shape, so it does that. This is a different shape. Ooh, okay. This has to be the same shape as this, which means it can't touch that 4. And that means this does that, and this does that. Now, a 3 cannot be the same as a 4. 4 can't come down here. So this 3 can't touch that. And it can't go there. Now this 2 is going to have to be the one that takes that. If anything does. I'm not actually sure that it does. Yeah. That could be a 1. This is a 4. And it has to be the same shape as that. Which means it's an L. To do that. That's a 4, and that is the same shape. So it does take that. Then this is a different shape than that. So we can do that. Shall I try one more? Well, if I'm going to, I need to do it, huh? There, that too. Rose window area. And this is a 12. There are 2 regions, 49. One of them is 12, and the other is everything else. Ooh. Okay. If I were to take that directly to there, that is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's closed off this area, though. If it did that, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But taking that is 12, and it wouldn't complete that. Whatever takes this has to also take one of these, which means it's going to have to come around like that, or something. If it did that, it would be cutting off the whole area in here, and that would make it 16. So it has to be 16 minus 4. which 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no red in here. If that were to stick out there, that would be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So this took all of that. That is 10. That's 11. And that is 12. Just like that. Okay. That's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. I see regions here and here. I'll see you next time. Bye.